Bali, famous among tourists for its beaches and resorts, is also rich in its culture. Today, I will bring you to see some of the cultural parts of this island. Situated in Indonesia, Bali has a number of resorts that can be good getaways for holiday makers. Bali enjoys just two seasons, the wet and the dry seasons. The climate of this 5,620 square kilometer island is moderately hot all year long. When coming here, holidaymakers can bring back memories of some very distinct cultural aspects of the island. This theatrical and musical play of Bali, called the Barong and Chris Dance, entertains visitors with the dramatized facial expressions, elaborate and vibrant costumes, and the percussion music that accompanies the play. The Barong play represents an eternal fight between good and evil spirits. The Barong, a mythological animal, represents the good, and Rangda, a mythological monster, represents the evil. There is no obvious winner in this play, as Balinese think the good and the evil coexist in this world. The audience is given a synopsis of the story in English and in several other languages at the beginning of the play, but without understanding the words, the gestures, coupled with some slapstick jokes, are enough to entertain the guests at this theater house. Of the more than 3 million people who live here in Bali, over 90% are Hindus. Our next stop then is a Hindu temple. This temple, called Pura Gunung Kawi Sebatu, was built in homage to the god of preserver Vishnu. Before entering this sacred ground, female visitors are given sarongs to wear, and male visitors are given a piece of cloth to wrap around their waist. According to a local guide, this is to separate the upper and lower parts of the body before entering the temple. These two statues at the entrance of the temple are said to drive away bad spirits from this worshipping ground. Bali is also famous for its arts and crafts. Stopping over in an arts shop, you see people demonstrating how these handicraft works are put together in front of the store. This lady is putting together silver beads to make accessories, carefully gluing each tiny piece with meticulous attention. Inside the shop are largely women's accessories, including necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and jewelry boxes. A local guide in Bali, M. Hadi, said tourists started to arrive in Bali in the 1920s. He said tourists nowadays mostly come from Japan, Australia, India, Hong Kong, Germany, and South Korea. The island enjoys their largest income from tourism, although agriculture is the main occupation for most people here. One of the distinct features of Bali's farmland is the rice terrace, where rice is planted on these hills cut into steps rather than on flat land to avoid erosion and prevent floods. Moving uphill towards Kintamani is another beautiful feature of Bali's landscape. Behind me is Gunung Batu, a famous volcano here in Bali. There are many restaurants located here along the mountains so that their customers, tourists or locals alike, can share this fantastic view. Mount Batur is 50,000 years old. It is an active volcano and is said to be last active in 1926. Restaurant businesses are built along the hills next to the mountain, and customers can enjoy this natural sight while dining. Although parts of Bali has the typical fast food chains seen in many other countries, a reminder of a globalized world, its culture is still very much intact and still largely visible for you to witness. Wina Tongprasit, ASEAN TV, Bali, Indonesia.